The journey of life starts with a fascinating race. Starting with millions of sperm, only one, the fastest and the strongest, will reach the finish line. Some fall out of the race, getting lost in the rush through the narrow fallopian tubes, while some are stopped by natural obstacles which protect the woman's body from intruders. Those who make it closer to the end compete fiercely with each other. Together, they attack the egg cell. Their only goal is to be the first one to enter the egg. Only one will make it through, but the others simplify this mission by slowly dissolving the membrane of the egg. Finally, we have a winner. The winning sperm enters the egg and conception occurs. Half the man's and half the woman's chromosomes combine. This creates a unique DNA code which is needed to create new life. These combined chromosomes form the first cell of the new baby. This is now called the zygote. The zygote starts to divide into a cluster of cells and begins to travel to the friendly and safe habitat of the uterus. When the zygote is divided into a bubble of cells, a blastocyst is formed with an inner layer of cells making up the embryo and an outer layer which will protect and nourish the embryo. The blastocyst then finds a comfortable place to stay in the uterus for the next 40 weeks to develop and transform into a human being.
Welcome to my channel. So today I will be doing the vlog, which is Q&A vlog. So it's very trending nowadays. So I will be answering some of your questions from my social media accounts. So here's my social media accounts. Ito kayo yesterday. So I print some of your questions rin pala, and all of the questions will be asking about me is all about being a mom with my baby Viola. So it is based on Erickson's theory. So some of you are wondering why Erickson. So who is Erickson? So I don't know. Sure. So Erickson is not my husband, of course. He is a psychologist, which is my favorite psychologist. Erickson is known for his theory on about psychological development, if I am not mistaken. It is all about the psychological development of human beings. So I've become interested in him when I was pregnant. So it is on my pregnancy journey. So Erickson is my cravings. Yes, so I fell in love with his theory because as a first-time mom, so I have to be careful on my duty. So I read and put much effort into preparing myself to become a responsible mother to my baby Viola.
Ito yung question mo galing kay It's Me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Galing sa Twitter. Hello po, Mami On. Lagi niyo po kasing nababanggit sa mga vlog niyo sa Erickson. Paano niyo po ba nagagamit ang mga concept niya sa pag-aalaga niyo kay Baby P? Thank you po.
First of all, I want to shout out with your username. Hi, it's me, I'm the problem. So, very Taylor Swift, ha? So, first of all, how do I use all of the concepts, right? So, guys, the first stage of Erickson's theory is called trust and mistrust. So, which we can observe up to 18 months of age. So, especially, I have a 8-month-old baby. So, yes, 8-month-old na po si baby Piolo. Ang laki niya na. So, building trust is important. So, I practice it by making sure that I meet the basic needs of my baby Piolo. So, si baby Piolo kasi, he always crave food or they like crawling, ganyan, gumagapang-gapang. Kung ano na yung sinusubo nila sa bangangan nila. So, for Erickson, this is referred, so it's oral sensory stage. Yeah. So, as the name suggests, the babies to love explore things using their hands and mouth. So, ikaw ba, Daddy Marv, ano ba yung basic needs na alam mo kailangan ni baby?
Para sa akin, Mami Oni, yung hygiene eh. Pero ayun yung pinaka-worst nightmare ko. Especially kapag tae time na baby. Ang gusto ko lang naman talaga sa hygiene ngayon, yung pinapaliguan siya eh.
Tamad ka kasi.
Hindi naman.
Tamad ka kasi. Ako lagi pinagpapalit mo ng diaper.
So, tama-tama tayo dyan kasi nabubuko ako eh. Ito na yung next question mo from Are You Lover galing sa Twitter. May balak po ba kayong mag-hire ng yaya? Willing po ako maging julalay ni baby. Haha, char lang po.
Okay, first of all, wala po kaming budget para kumuha ng yaya. So, alam niyo ba guys, even if it's tiring to be a mom, at the same time na nag-vlog ako here, so the exhaustion goes away whenever I do my usual routine with my baby Piolo. So, even a simple feeding will build trust with them. And also, you know naman that trust is love. So, remember that, mga mangchisa.
Kala ko ba mahal mo pa ex mo?
Aba?
Hindi. Kaya kami talaga ni Mami Oni, as much as possible, gusto namin i-avoid na mag-hire ng yayas. I'm sorry, IU lover. Bawi ka na lang next time, ha? Kidding aside, as even before pa namin panganak si baby, we have decided to be the ones who will take care of our children. Gusto namin siyang i-prioritize kaysa sa work namin.
Yes, tama yan. Pero hindi ka naman nag-aalaga sa anak natin. Napaka-irresponsible mo. So, ayun nga, kidding aside, from wanting to spend time with our baby Piolo, so we have trust issues din kasi, lalo na it's trending on social media na nakawan ng bata. So, pinagmamalutan pa yung mga babies and such. So, ayaw namin niyang mangyari kay baby Piolo. So, we love baby Piolo so much. Diba?
Mas love ko pa nga siya kaysa sa'yo eh. Mami, ito pala yung huli mong question, galing kay Ma'am Aya galing sa Twitter.
Okay.
I will be welcoming my first baby this coming December. Ano po ba ang foundation ng pagiging isang responsibleng mother or parent para hindi maging problematic si baby paglaki?
Actually, simple lang yung sagot dito eh. It is about love. So, as I have mentioned earlier, na trust is love. So, if you love your baby, you will provide their needs, their time, wants, and also the attention that they deserve. And with that, we will gain the trust with our baby. And masusubaybayan natin si baby sa paglaki, di ba? So, you don't have to make gastos or di mo kailangan ng materialistic. So, you just have to take the attention with your baby and also love them equally. So, ayun. So, with that, that's all for the questions that we have gathered to my social media accounts. So, I will be showing you the glimpse of our short or our daily routine rather with my baby Piolo. So, in 3, 2, 1.
Pam.
Bakit? Okay, that's all for today's video. So, may natutunan ka ba ngayon?
Yes naman, Mami Oni. Marami ah.
Dapat lang. So, ayun guys. So, magbababo na kami ngayon kasi may sinaing pa ako. So, tingnan ko pa siya. Baka masunog na naman. With that, that's all for today's vlogs. And also, don't forget to
Please like.
share and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell down below. Bye!
Good day, everyone. My name is Anjanette, and I am here today to discuss about the Piaget's jury. Life is like a stage on which we all play different parts throughout our lives. One starts in infancy, moves through childhood, and into adulthood. According to Piaget's jury, we must pass through 4 phases of cognitive development. These phases comprise the sensory motor stage, pre-operational, concrete pre-operational, and formal operational stage. However, to fully understand, for now, we will only focus on the first stage, which is the sensory motor stage for ages 0 to 24 months. This stage is important because it is the initial phase that will gently contribute to the subsequent cognitive development of a child. As the name suggests, the sensory motor stage revolves around an infant utilizing his senses and motor skills. Simply, Piaget wants to convey that in the phase our brain wants to see, hear, smell, taste, and touch as much as possible. At the 4 to 8 month, the infant becomes more and more actively engaged in the outside world and takes delight in being able to make things happen. And as it goes from 8 to 12 months, the infant becomes capable of having a thought and carry out plan, goal-directed actively such as seeking toy that has rolled under the couch. The object continues to exist in the infant's mind even when out of sight, and the infant now can make attempts to retrieve it. This ability is called object permanence. Prior to that, our mother could display a toy before concealing it, leading us to believe it was lost. When we realize that things exist even we can see them, as we become older, we develop a general curiosity. We want to smell the flowers, taste the cuisine, and talk to the stranger while listening to the sounds. For exploration, we move and develop the skills necessary to sit, crawl, stand, walk, and even run. It is important for the infant to have stimulating objects around which allows exploration that leads to experimentation and more learning to happen. This shows that the baby conversations are about taking turns, listening, and responding to social cues. You might be surprised at how much your baby has to say. Doing these activities every day helps your baby get familiar with sounds, words, language, and eventually the value and joy of books. This all builds your baby's early literacy skills and helps them go on to read successfully later in life. Reading stories also stimulates your baby's imagination and helps them learn about the world around them. It's a great time for you to bond with your baby and share time together too. That's all for Pia Gets Jury. Have a great day, everyone.
Good evening and welcome to
Balitang Ina Talks!
Our guest tonight is Mrs. Cañeta, who is a well-known psychologist.
Let's welcome and give her a round of applause.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, how are you?
I'm perfectly fine. So, Mrs. Cañeta, thank you for coming to our show. It is an honor having you here. I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you. It makes my day to hear that.
So, Mrs., how's life lately?
Oh, I've been busy about work stuffs and being a mom.
Yeah, congratulations. How do you feel about it?
It's a wonderful experience. I've never been this happy.
Yeah, I always see your posts about Angel.
Oh, there. That's in Hong Kong Disneyland. Angel first out of the country experience. Angel was so happy to see and hear her favorite characters.
She's a lovely kid. How do you balance being a mom and work?
You know, it's not easy to raise a child, but thankfully I was able to use what I learned from being a psychologist to Angel.
So, tell me about it.
You know, being able to know what's good for our baby is a big help. When Angel was still a baby, I always relied on Freud's psychosexual theory, which is the oral phase. During the oral stage, the infant uses his or her mouth as the major source of gratification and exploration. Pleasure is experienced from eating, biting, chewing, and sucking. The infant's primary need is for security. A major conflict occurs with weaning. Weaning provides intimacy between the mother and her child. It helps the baby to grow healthy. In the first year of our lives, we discover the world through our oral senses. Our main pleasure comes from sucking our mother breast or bottle. The conflict that occurs now is the weaning from our primary caregiver. Yet, if weaned either too early or too late, the infant might fail to resolve the emotional conflicts of the oral first stage of psychosexual development, and they might develop a maladaptive oral fixation. I'll show you an example. Mother is carrying the baby. She always makes sure that the baby wins well. Later, the mother encourages the baby to use pacifiers and thumb sucking, but she always makes sure that it is clean. Years later, baby becomes a healthy kid. He becomes active. Baby 1 becomes an adult. He becomes successful. Baby 2 left alone crying when she is hungry. Baby is bottle fed too early. The mother discourages thumb sucking. Baby 2 becomes a quiet kid, not confident. Years later, baby 2 becomes an adult. she develops a manipulative and addictive personality. You see that how important it is to know what is best for our child. I always make sure that baby Angel gets the best for her. I guide her through that stage. Little did we know that the little things we did affect the growth and development of our children.
Yes, I was shocked that winning can affect the growth of the babies. Mrs. Cañeta, what can you advise to our mothers, viewers out there?
Be patient with our kids. The way we raise and handle them affects them through adulting. Be their first friend and always guide them.
Wow, that's a very interesting topic. Again, thank you, Miss Cañeta, for being our guest speaker. I hope to see you again next time.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me here.
That's all for tonight. I am host Jessica Ramos.
And Paula Ramos.
Thank you for watching Balitang Ina Talks!
Si Junjun na ba yun? Uy, Mari! Ikaw pala yan! Anong ginagawa mo dito? Ayun, hinatid ko yung anak ko. Si Junjun na ba yun? Oo. Grabe ang laki na niya Dati ganyan lang siya. Ay, hanggang dito. Nako, Mari, ikaw palabiro ka pa din. Oo, ang laki na niya. Ikaw, ang dami mo ng utang sa inaanak mo talaga. Huwag kang mag-alala, babayaran ko yun sa Pasko. Aasahan ko yan. Oo naman. Doon pa rin ba kayo nakatira? Oo, sa dati pa din. Bumisita ka minsan. Sige, bibisita ako dyan, Mare. Alam mo ba, yung anak ko na yun, napakahirap na disiplinahin. Dati napakadali niya lang utuin. Tsaka pakiusapan. Pero ngayon, ibang-iba na talaga. Mga bata talaga. Oo. O siya, para na matuloy yung chikahan natin, punta tayo yun sa upuan. O tara! Tara, punta tayo dito. Sige. So, kamusta na nga yung anak mo, si Toto? Si Toto? Naku, malaki na rin si Toto. Nung bata nga si Toto, lagi siyang iyak ng iyak. Pero, hindi naman namin binibigay sa kanya yung gusto niya kapag umiiyak siya. Ganun ba? Pero mukhang mabait na bata si Toto, Hindi tulad nung anak ko na sobrang kulit. Naku, Junjun talaga. Ang pamangkin ko talaga, pasaway. Siyang tunay. Siyempre, ganun naman talaga. Mahirap mag-discipline, lalo na umpisa pa lang tayo ng parenting, di ba? Di ba, lagi bang umiiyak yun, yung si Toto? Oo, nung baby siya, lagi siyang umiiyak. You know naman na healthy ang crying sa mga babies because it stimulates their lungs naman. Paano naman pag nagiging pasaway si Toto? Namamalo ka din ba? Naku, Mare, yan ang wag na wag mong gagawin. Siyempre, hindi naman ako namamalo, no? Alam mo naman, yung pagdidisiplina, mahirap talaga. Pero, hindi mo naman kailangan gamitan ng pamamalo sa mga bata. You just have to, paparealize mo lang sa kanila na ang pagtutuwa ng tantrums is hindi nila makukuha yung gusto nila. Ganun. Ganun ba? Kasi nung kabataan ko, hindi uso yung mga ganyan. Ay, totoo yan. Diba? Yung mga panahon pa natin, bigla ako tuloy naalala nung kabataan ko. Yung tatay ko, napaka-stricto talaga nun. Dati pa nga, may mga paniniwala kasi sila na, alam mo yun, yung hitting their own child is the best way to discipline them. Tapos may mga kasabihan pa nga sila, kung hindi uukol, hindi bubukol. Kaya grabe talagang pamamalo. Tama yan. Buti lang hindi namin ginawa yan sa anak namin si Toto. Ang husband ko kasi yung nakatoka sa pagdidisiplina sa anak namin. Kaya ayun, sa anuhan ng panahon, na-adapt ko na rin yung tinuturo niya kay Toto. Like yung lagi niyang sinasabi, coverts? Kabag? Coverts.
Pero ikaw, no kabataan mo, di ba pinapalo ka din ng tatay mo? Nakikita
Ay.
pa nga kita eh.
Totoo yan. Paano ba na? Pasaway kasi ako nun eh. Kami magkapatid kasi, makulit. Kaya ayun, lagi pinapalo ng sinturon. Kaya, oo. Kung i-rate ko siya ngayon, 10 out of 10.
Ganun ka sa akin.
Masakit siya, mare.
Ganun din sa akin. Yung father ko before, no, sinisinturon din talaga kami kapag nagiging pasaway kami. Tinatakot pa nga kami na hindi kami makakakain ng hapunan eh.
Ayun ako. Hindi pa kasi nila kilala yung mga theories na yan. Kaya hindi nila na-apply sa family nila.
Oo.
Diba?
Napaka-stricto nila sa pagdidisiplina nila sa mga anak nila.
Kaya nga eh.
Uy! Kamusta? Hi, Ate Josephine, Ate Arlene.
Oh, anak mo to?
Oo, ito na yun.
Oh my gosh, ang cute.
Ito siya, oh.
Oh!
Una na ako ah.
Sige, ingat
Una
ka.
na ako. Bye-bye, baby.
Oh, shout out mo ka na.
Ay, sige.
Ayan. Yan.
Kamusta?
Ayos na. Saan pinabasa nila?
Galing kami sa health center. Nagpa-check up kami kay baby.
Ayan, tama yan. Papacheck up kayo. Buwan-buwan kayo nagpapacheck up?
Oo.
Ah.
Eh kayo, kamusta kayo?
Ayun, malalaki na yung mga anak. Tama. Stress na stress sa pagiging parent. Ay, nako.
So, yun nga mga ate, gusto ko lang sana mahingi ng advice sa inyo. Kasi parang narinig ko kayo na yung kay Mimi, yung sa anak niya. So, paano ko kaya kung lumaki yung anak ko, paano ko siya madidisiplina ng maayos? Yung parang gusto ko siyang ibigay yung gusto niya, pero yung hindi may spoil.
Ay, nako. Katulad nga ng sinabi ko kanina, diba? Dapat, hindi mo tinotolerate yung anak mo kapag nagtatantrum siya. Dapat, dinidisiplina mo siya in a way na hindi mo siya sinasaktan. So, dapat, bibigyan mo lang yung kailangan ng bata kung kailangan talaga.
At saka, dapat binibigyan mo siya ng kapag makakagawa siya ng mga magagandang bagay, dapat parang pinapraise mo siya or binibigyan mo siya ng reward para andun pa din yung encouragement sa paggawa ng mga magagandang gawain sa bata. Para paglaki niya, hindi siya nai-spoil at the same time, nakakagawa siya ng tama. Napalaki mo siya na mabuti, di ba?
Naku, tama yan, Mari.
Eh, paano ko naman malalaman kung nai-spoiled na yung anak ko? Ano ba pwede kong gawin para mabigay ko yung wants niya na hindi siya namimihasa? Yung hindi niya ako sasagutin, parang ganun.
Mahirap yung tanong mo, Mari.
Siguro, yun yung part na hindi mo dapat i-tolerate yung mga maling gawain ng anak mo.
Tama yan. Yan, tumpak ka dyan, Mari.
Sige na. Ay, umiiyak na yung baby ko. Sige na mga ate, uwi muna kami ha. Sa susunod ulit tayo mag-usap. Salamat sa time nyo. Bye-bye.
Ingat ka, ha?
Ingat.
Today is a very tiring day. As usual, the chore grows as the child gets older. They believe that the newborn phase is the hardest aspect of parenthood, but they are mistaken. As they age, they also become more mischievous. I remember when he was just about a month old. I was so excited for him to talk, but now I can't stop him from talking. But it's fine. As long as my child is healthy, I couldn't ask for more. I also remember the first time he crawled. Sometimes he stumbled and fell, and then he learned how to walk slowly. I was so afraid and nervous at first because he may sleep anytime. But now, he is always running and I am tired of chasing him. Please don't grow up too fast, my little baby. A while ago, I was cleaning the house and later on, I heard my baby crying. So I stopped cleaning and I picked him up. After a minute, he stopped crying and I put him down. Now I can go back to clean the house. After a minute, I heard the baby crying again and then I picked him up. I smiled at him and then he started to laugh. He's so cute when he's smiling and my heart feels so overwhelmed. I noticed that my baby kept reaching my face as it wanted to hold it. So I moved my face closer and wait for him to do what he wanted to do. He then held my face and as soon as I smiled at him, he laughed. When his tantrums were gone, I put him down and he started walking around. I go back to my chores, folding our clothes. I was looking for my towel. Have you seen my towel, baby? I asked, and I forgot that it doesn't understand me. But when I glanced at him, he was running towards me while holding my towel. Well, somehow he can understand me. It was 6 p.m. when my husband came home. I was so surprised when my son heard the keys jiggling and the doorknob clicking. He fixed his toys and ran towards the door. He surprised his father by giggling and he was reaching for him. But his father just kneels down and gives him a hug. He clings to him and at the end his father lifts him up. You're such a sweet boy, aren't you? What his father said and our son just chuckled. And that's how my day went with my son. As the day went by, my son and I had a different bonding and those memories I will keep until he grew up.